Hi, this is Chris Masiello from vitamincm.com, and today I'm going to show you how to clone the hard drive on your Mac to a solid state drive. So this is a brand new Mac that I just bought and turned on. There's nothing done to it except I have installed one piece of software called SuperDuper, which I'll talk about in a moment. So if you notice here, I have a 2.5 gigahertz processor, 4 gigs of RAM. If I go to storage, there's a 750 gigabyte SATA hard drive. So this is a traditional mechanical hard drive. I want to replace this with a solid state drive or an SSD. To do that, I need to clone the image off this drive onto the SSD so that when I put it in, it can boot up and it can be exactly the same as this Mac. So I want to open up Finder so I can take a look at this computer, and if I click on devices, you'll see the only thing that's hooked up is the main hard drive, and you can see whatever's on the network. So I need to connect the SSD drive to this computer using a USB cable. So when you connect it, first thing that happens is you get this little pop-up window, and it tells you it can't read the disk. So if you click Initialize, the Macintosh disk utility opens up, and you can see the drive there, the 128 gigabyte SSD. So what you need to do is erase the drive. What you're basically doing is formatting it so that the Macintosh operating system can read and write from it and understand it. So I'll click Erase. And this should only take a couple seconds because there's nothing on the disk to really erase. It's straight out of the factory. So now that the disk is erased, you'll see it shows up in my devices over here as Untitled. And if I go to my Applications folder, I want to launch SuperDuper. And SuperDuper is a pretty simple application. You basically have two things. You have what you want to copy and where you want to copy it to. So I want to copy the Macintosh hard drive, and I want to copy it to Untitled, which is my solid state drive. And I have a couple different options using backup all files, backup user files, restore, sandbox, new copy script. So I'm going to do backup all files. And once I have that set up, I'll just click Copy Now. It wants my system password. It says you're about to erase Untitled, which is what you want to do. And this is going to take a little while, so I'll pause the video right now. But you can see as it goes, it walks you through the steps of what's going to happen. So as you can see, it took about 14.5 minutes to copy this over. Obviously, if you had an older computer that had a lot more files and things on the original hard drive, it would take a lot longer. But this is pretty much a bare install of Macintosh OS X. So once it's done, just click OK. We can close that. Now, if I click on Untitled, you'll see it's got the same stuff on it that my Mac had. It's the exact same thing. So if I go into users, you'll see there's my user, and all the information that was on the other disk is now on this one. So now I can turn the computer off, open it up, and take out the original hard drive, and then put this one in, and it will turn on and run exactly as it did before, except it'll be a little bit faster and a little bit quieter.